So my thinking is that I'm going to keep my yoga and theater stuff going for a little bit until my combined stats are at 600, and then I will swap them out for studying, probably. And then that way I'll be using less energy, using less money and stuff. Although our money's doing really good. Helps to have two jobs during the week that pay really well. So, we'll just keep going. We should be able to deliver that Valentine's Day gift this week. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Do or do not. I think tonight I'm supposed to study for Professor Task's class with Anne. Everyone's caught up in their own studies tonight, though, so it should be pretty easy to get some work done. I know passing this class is really important to Anne. I just don't know how well I'm going to be able to keep up with her. Oh, right, we haven't been keeping our grades up. Is that great? Sorry, Anne. I stretch a bit as I head down the hall to Anne's door. Luckily, the door's already open. Hey, Anne, you want to get started? Oh yeah, hey Max. Let's go downstairs. We can use the study nook. Sounds good. Together, we head over to the study nook and settle in to hit the books. Anne is doing well, and we really hit a groove studying for a while. Studying is always nicer with a pretty lady around. I'm almost surprised I'm keeping up. I'm shocked, because your grades are terrible. Just as I feel like we're heading into a particularly nasty bit of the chapter, Anne's book snaps shut. What's up? I have to ask, Max, have you gone to the professor yet to take his deal? No, I haven't gone yet. Yet? Well, why? I know you're not really interested in studying. This seems like your kind of thing. I don't know. Honestly, it's just never really crossed my mind. I mean, that's not how you're supposed to get through college, right? That's right. That's the right attitude, Max. I knew you had a good student in you. So, should we get back to work? Yeah, sounds good. Allay her fears. We study for a while longer, with no more talk about the professor's tactic. Finally, we've tackled the latest chapters and a couple others beside. We both stand, stretch, and start putting our books up. I hear a rustling in the kitchen and notice Dominic coming out with a soda in one hand and a book in the other. I didn't even notice him come down. Don't mind me. Carry on. He walks over to the couch and sits down, opening his book. All right, I think that's going to do it for me. Okay, I'll clean up down here. Thanks. Sure you don't want to sit with Dominic? Oh. Anne walks back upstairs while I pick up the area around where we were studying. Once it's all clean, I go sit next to Dominic on the couch just to relax. Wow. I overheard you talking earlier. I'm actually a little bit proud of you. Don't go telling anybody. I'm gonna spread it from the mountaintops. It's gonna be the first chapter of my tell-all book. Sex, drugs, and Dominic's approval. How it made me the man I am today. Just leave me out of the credits page, jackass. Nope, full glossy picture. I'm even gonna put a big lipstick kiss mark on it. Wait, how do you know about this whole betrayal thing? Oh, a couple other people from your class are in on it. They've got my physics class. Task does this every couple years. One of my friends when I was an undergrad went through it. Did he get betrayed? Did the betraying, actually. He had a really hard course load at the time. It made his life much easier. Of course, he made a lifelong enemy as well. Something to think about, eh? I nod slowly, mulling that one over in my head. This could end up being very dangerous. Not if you don't betray her, it won't be, which we're not. Sleep. Ah, Valentine's Day is here! Glad I went shopping after all. Valentine's Day is here. Now I guess it's just a matter of figuring out if I want to make a big deal out of it. It's a pretty nice day out, actually. The weather really cleared up. It made for a nice walk back to the dorm while I figure things out. As I enter Latin House, I can hear all kinds of noises. Sounds like everybody's home, at least. I head up to my room for a moment while I decide what I want to do. Play? I suppose there's no point in waiting around. No time like the present, after all. Really, the only question is, who should I try to find? Rakesh. I'm very curious as to how this is going to go. I head down the stairs towards the TV. I was pretty sure I heard a painting show on. Sure enough, I see Rakesh sitting in front of the TV with a drawing pad and a charcoal pencil. Yeah. Watching Art Attack! Hey, Rakesh. Oh, Max. Do you like this show as well? I love Art Attack. He turns the volume down a little as he turns towards me. Actually, I just came to talk to you for a second. Besides, I can never follow along with those guys. Trust me, you're the resident artist here, bro. Maybe I'll commission you to do one of our album covers. I'll bet you could put together a rockin' album cover. You flatter me, Max. I think I would like drawing for you a lot. Nah, man, no flattery. You're just talented. I like that about you. I always appreciate creative talent. What did you want to speak about? Not the biggest deal. Just, it's Valentine's Day. Ah, did you want some advice on one of the ladies? What? No. It's not much, but I picked this up for you. He looked so sad, like, yeah, who are you giving a gift to? I found this pretty cool set of acrylic easy clean paints. New acrylics? Oh, thank you, Max. I have needed a set of these for so very long now. You have made my week, Max. Rakesh throws his arms around me, hugging me tightly for a few moments. Aww. Made him so happy. I throw an arm over Rakesh's shoulder, grinning at him. I just wanted to give you something to let you know I was thinking of you, man. I'm glad you're thinking of me, Max. I think of you a lot as well. And to give me a Valentine's Day gift. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about you a lot of the time, man. Look, this isn't easy for me. It's not exactly something I thought I'd be considering, but I've been thinking a lot about this kind of stuff lately. Whoa. Rakesh looks me in the eyes. His sweet smile is so trusting and almost naive. It makes me just want to hug him. Don't give me those puppy dog eyes, you jerk. I'll hug you to death. I don't know what exactly this is for me, but I'd like to find out with you, if you're okay with that. I'd like that as well, Max. I'd like to help you explore these new possibilities. Rakesh grins at me, giving me a friendly shove off of him. We both descend into laughter for a few moments. Alright, going back to your art show. I'm gonna head back upstairs. Okay, I will talk to you later, Max. You better. Whoa, we're gonna explore new things together. Rakesh is always willing to help a brother out. Just another day of crappy homework assignments. So you just have to show your work here, see? Don't forget to use these variables down here. Yeah, okay, I think I get it. Thanks, Anne. Sorry to call you in for this sort of crap. Oh, don't worry about it, Max. Always happy to help. Something outside catches her attention. Oh my gosh, so cute! I turn my head in the direction of the window to see. Down in the driveway, I see Sally and Memphis walking off down the road. Aww. Anne is clearly rooting for them, but just smiles at me as she leaves me alone with my assignment. Thanks, Anne. I guess I can't go chasing after them just yet, much as I'd like to ditch all this stupid homework. Oh well. Let them have their date. They're so cute. Oh, we got all our energy back up. That was impressive. I think we'll go to class then on Monday, since we've got all our energy where it needs to be. I don't know if I got any Dr. Teeth, to be perfectly honest. We're almost at 600 combined, so I can probably move on pretty soon, like move on to studying instead of theater and stuff. Uh-oh. I barely got the door open when I hear the yelling from upstairs.
Well, what did you expect was going to happen? You know the rules, Sally.
Oh crap, I hope that isn't what I think it is.
Come on, Dominic.
Maybe I should get up there. Sally's gonna need backup. I close the door behind me and run upstairs. It looks like everyone else was home too, as they're all watching the scene in the hall. Dominic is yelling at poor Sally while she clings to Vegemite.
No, Sally, you know the rules. I walked you through them just like I walked everyone else through them. No pets allowed. It's rule number 2 for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, because we've never broken a rule before.
That's not helping your case, Sally.
So what? You're just gonna kick me out of the house? Because I didn't want to see a poor puppy freeze on the street?
One way or another, that dog is leaving this house, Sally. If you want to go with him, I'm not going to stop you.
Don't blow a gasket, Douchenik. What's the big deal here, anyway? Both Sally and Dominic seem surprised to see me standing at the top of the stairs.
Stay out of this, Max. This is a violation, and I have to deal with this as Latin House's RA.
By now, Sally's just flat out crying. The others leave their rooms. Isabella gives me a nod hello, then leans over towards my ear.
Poor Sally. Dominic came home early and caught her bringing Vegemite back in from his walk. No way to back out of it now.
I nod to Isabella as Dominic continues to chew out Sally.
Can't believe you'd be so irresponsible. Not to mention so inconsiderate to your fellow housemates. Did you ever take their feelings into account when you decided to bring that dog here? What if they were allergic?
Actually, I'm not allergic at all. Anybody else? Everyone else shakes their head while Dominic frowns.
Regardless, what about the mess, Or the disturbance to your studying? I don't think Vegemite's ever disturbed my studying. You guys?
We all shake our head no.
I know what you're trying to do here, and it's not going to work, damn it. She broke the rule. The dog's gotta go.
Oh, please, Douchenik. We all know you'll never report this infraction. You don't want the mark on your record.
Huh, so true. You two delinquents, shut it. I know you knew about this violation and didn't report it, so don't think you're not on my watch list.
Sally's actually a very responsible pet owner, Dominic. Don't you feel you're being a bit hard on her?
I'm sorry, but these are the rules. What am I supposed to tell the housing committee? Oh, sorry, I thought that rule was just a suggestion.
I do not believe it is strictly necessary that you inform the housing committee. He's right. Nobody says you have to tell them.
They're right. You can just keep this under wraps, you know? It's not like we're gonna go blabbing about it.
This is bullshit, and you know it, Douchenik. We've had alcohol, we partied late. I can't think of a single rule on your stupid list we haven't broken.
Seriously. We've committed crime, so just let us keep doing it is not a defense. Why would you think it is? It's not a federal prison, Dominic. It's a dorm. We're college kids. We're practically required to break the rules. Not me.
Fine. You're so worried about it disturbing our study and leaving a mess. I volunteer to make sure that doesn't happen.
What? No, that's not the point.
I can take care of Vegemite just fine, thank you very much.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I'll make sure he stays out of trouble while you study. Come on, Dom, you already know my grades are a waste. And that way you have nothing to be concerned about. And that should rather neatly answer your concerns, Dominic.
Listen! You're not 6, and you don't get to keep him just because you promise to take him walkies every day. He's not allowed.
Oh yes, if Max is keeping an extra eye on him, then it shouldn't be a problem at all. It would be useful to have an extra set of eyes on him. Yes, I think that fixes everything, Max.
Listen to me!
Everyone in the room just turns to glare at Dominic. I'd laugh if it weren't supposed to be serious.
Oh fine, do what you want. What am I? Just the RA. Who even cares?
Sally cares. How about me?
Everyone but Dominic lets out a cheer at that.
I mean, I don't need a college education. When they kick me out, I'm sure I'll find a very nice bridge to die under. Oh, stop being such a drama queen.
We all laugh as Sally puts Vegemite down on the carpet and finally lets him explore the house as freely as he wants.
Hooray!
roll in bed, go to work. Okay. Interesting quote.
Wait, we're doing what?
You called everyone together, right?
Yeah, they're gonna meet us down at the Landers building, but none of us knew what this was about. You didn't tell us we were having some stupid battle of the bands.
I grabbed some tickets the day after we went shopping for Valentine's.
And you didn't tell me that you'd gotten them?
I don't tell you when I take a dump either, yet it happens all the same.
This is why I write the lyrics. Fine, come on, let's go.
Hang on. Have you seen my car keys?
Are you kidding me?
Not gonna skip it this time. Don't want to make Memphis mad at me.
Are you a goddamn idiot and wash them with your pants?
Have I ever told you what a pain in the dick it is having a best friend who knows me so well? 'Cause it's a huge one. Come on. 10 minutes later, we're in my van driving towards the Landers building. When we arrive, I see the others standing by with a few minimal instruments. Luckily, I still had Slim's drums in my van from our last practice.
So what is the actual plan here, Max?
Easy. We've got 2 tickets already. Each of us grabs one of the others and flashes our 2 tickets as we go by. Then we'll hand the tickets off to the next pair behind the taker's back.
Really? There's no way that plan will work.
Oh, ye of little faith. You'll be fine. Another few minutes later, and maybe a little finagling in line, and all 4 of us are standing in the main room. Looks like the stage area is a bit spur of the moment. It's probably just a normal meeting hall that they added a bit of a stage area and some curtains to. What have we learned?
Oh, shut up.
Alright, this thing is kind of open mic if I remember correctly. I'm gonna go sign us up. Everybody keep quiet about having done gigs, alright?
Are we actually even allowed to compete in this thing?
Are we or are we not the best band in this area?
Yeah, fine.
Luckily, the sign-up sheet is still pretty empty. Looks like there's not a lot of competition. I think about using a fake name for a few seconds, but all the other bands wrote their proper names. I quickly write Back Alley Flash on the sheet. Looks like I was just in time, too. Just as I finish, some lady picks up the paper and walks off behind the stage. Just as I rejoin the others, I see Chad come up to the mic. I honestly can't believe my eyes.
Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Battle of the Bands. Hope you're all totally ready to rock, man. When we call your name, come backstage. You've got 5 minutes to get set up. Myself and the other judges will let everyone know the winner at the end of the night.
Well, shit. Whatever, I'll overcome it. We're still the best band here. Nothing I hear for the next 2 hours leads me to believe any differently. When they finally call our name, I send Memphis up to let them know we're here, while I help Slim and Jerry get the equipment in. Backstage, just before we get on, I'm trying to keep my head low when I hear a familiar voice behind me.
Chad's probably gonna throw you guys out, you know.
What? I barely even touched his girlfriend, I swear. How'd he end up a judge, anyway?
Last minute replacement, actually. Just your bad luck, I guess.
I see Memphis gesturing at me from the stage. I give Isabella my best grin and wink. Sorry, babe, gotta hit the stage. You know I love that spotlight. Isabella just grins at me as I get out under the lights and grab the mic. 3 songs later, the crowd is on their feet, stomping and clapping for more. We gracefully leave the stage. Always leave them wanting more, right? Our drum set is still on stage, just in case we manage to swing an encore. Finally, with the stage clear, Chad comes to the front of the stage and looks out over the crowd.
I guess we can tell who got the popular vote. Unfortunately, by judge's decision, I'm afraid that Back Alley Flash is going to have to be disqualified.
It's heartening to hear the crowd booing, Chad.
Look, I'm sorry, but we have it on authority that Back Alley Flash is a professional band under our rules.
Despite the crowd booing again, it seems Chad's not going to budge.
Confront?
I look over at Memphis, who just gives me the stink eye. Isabella's backstage looking at me expectantly. Chad is just smirking at me triumphantly. When in doubt, rock it out. I strum out a few quick power chords while I face the audience. Apparently you guys didn't like us that much. Otherwise we would have heard you cheering. Just as I expected, the crowd cheers loudly for us. I can't hear you guys. That's better. So I guess the real question here is, do you punks like to rock? I've got the crowd where I want 'em now. Memphis is strumming his bass, and Slim lays out a simple beat. Well, that answers that question. I figured you guys were rockers. Only problem is this douchebag over here thinks you guys are idiots. The crowd boos loudly at Chad.
What? I didn't say that. You guys broke the rules, it's simple fact.
Oh yeah, because mother effin' rock is about rules? I'm sorry you're jealous, dude, but it doesn't mean you get to stand in the way of what these people want. Another cheer. I'm working this crowd for all it's worth. Finally, I give Memphis a signal to break into a simple song for a bit. He starts wowing the crowd with a great solo, much to their adoration. Meanwhile, I walk over to Chad. Come on, man. I'm not exactly a professional yet, just a few gigs around town. More importantly, I'm going to be a professional. And this crowd's not gonna let you stop me. You can't stand in the way of this, and you won't. My gaze meets Chad's head on. We stare at each other like that for a few moments.
Whatever, fine. I'll go tell the committee. Just don't expect to pull some kind of stunt like this off again, punk.
Chad storms off behind the wings. The people who notice cheer loudly.
Isn't this the part where you crush a beer can on your head?
Yeah. But honestly, do you think he would have caved if I'd begged and pleaded?
No, you played it the right way. I'm just saying, don't try any of that alpha male crap on me. Got it, hot stuff?
You know you're the tops with me, babe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe that's an encore they're calling for. Isabella smiles that gorgeous, seductive smile at me as I turn to head into another number. I think she liked that display.
Oh yeah, she did.
She sure did. Sleep, work.
Nice try, ripping off the Little Mermaid.
Look at the stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
Nope, because you gotta see.
Alright, so did that. Should I do one more? Oh, I think so.
I think I'm gonna switch out these things though. Make them all steady. And go to sleep here. Hopefully we can get our energy back up too. Oh, the dinner thing! Oh crap! Does me doing the studying with Anne mean I can't do this? Oh, I hope not. Sorry, Rakesh, I forgot. Oh, hopefully I didn't just mess things up.
Come on, Max. I want you to see this. I'm coming. I chuckle as we move through the trees. Rakesh just looks so excited, I guess it's rubbing off. Rakesh had come to get me almost the second I'd left class. It was about time for lunch, though, so I had an hour or so. He led me to the park without saying much else, just that he was happy I was free for a bit. Finally, we hit a clearing, and I watched him spread his arms very theatrically. On the ground is a rather elaborate and incredibly put-together picnic lunch. Holy cow, you set all this up? Well, I may have purchased a few of the things in the basket, but otherwise...
Oh yay, I can play it! Good.
This looks amazing, Rakesh. How'd you get this all together like this? Rakesh smiles with a slight blush. It wasn't easy, but I wanted to do something special. Wow, man, this is nice. I'm not sure what to say. Let's eat, huh? I put an arm around Rakesh's shoulder and we make our way over to the blanket. Rakesh begins to take food out of the basket. Nice curry, some cooked vegetables. It looked like a great meal. He brought out some paper plates with a sheepish grin, but I waved his concerns away. Once we had dished everything up, I fell to eating with a passion. The food was delicious. We chit-chatted a little while we ate. Nothing really substantial. The weather, the setup. I was going to ask how your classes are going, but... do you even go to classes? Actually, I do go to classes sometimes. Mostly art classes. I have a few painting classes I go to every other day, and I even found a very interesting art history class. And what's wrong with that? Those sound like cool classes. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just that... Come on, man, out with it. I can tell something's wrong. What's bugging you? It's just that... Art is not the reason that I came to this college. I am supposed to be in med school. I think you mentioned something about that before. Why the change? I simply have no passion for medicine. It is what I am meant to be doing, I think. This is not, however, my parents' way of thinking. My parents are paying for me to come to college here. They want me to get my education in the States and then return to a good life in India. I've never really felt good about practicing medicine. I did well enough on my early tests, but it never really felt right to me. Over there, though, my parents' influence was very strong. Out here they are very far away, and I can be free to be me. Being yourself is one of the most important things there is. I do not disagree. It is just difficult when living under such a bold shadow as the ones my parents cast. I can say most definitely that they would not approve of my choice of whom to date. He grinned at me and I smiled back at him, reaching out to take his hand in my own for a moment. Aw. Well, for now, just go with what you feel like doing. I mean, college is the place you're supposed to experiment, right? That is very true, Max. Come, sit over under that tree there. I wish to commemorate this day. I scoot over under one of the nearby trees and make sure I'm sitting correctly.
Which is how?
Meanwhile, Rakesh breaks out a piece of paper and some charcoal pens. I try out some goofy poses while he gets set up, but though he laughs, Rakesh asks me to just sit normally. Is it okay to talk while you draw? Yes, please do.
Rebel.
Look, man, I know a thing or two about disappointing parents. My old man's paying for my college as well. This is the one who's always laying down on me. Boy, this rock star nonsense is never gonna pan out. And when reality hits you in the face, a college degree is going to be the only thing between you and dumpster diving for loose change. Rakesh takes his eyes off his drawing to look at me with a raised eyebrow for a moment. I know, right? But here's the thing. Half the money he gave me, I used on better instruments for the band. I may not put a lot of effort into this college bullcrap, but that's because I'm too busy working my ass off trying to make this band work. I guess I'm just trying to say, you've got real talent. Don't let your parents bully you into burying that talent. You know what you want, go after it. Rakesh's eyes stay on his drawing for a few more moments than they had been before. A smile creeps onto his face, just tilting the edges of his mouth. Thank you, Max. I appreciate your help, Max, I really do. Moreover, I appreciate you modeling for me. Here, I think I have sketched the base. Come see. I get it from my place and go to see what Rakesh has put down. It's a beautiful drawing. I can't believe he's gotten my likeness down so well, and so quickly. Damn, man, you're gonna give me a big head drawing me all beautiful like that. Come on, let's clean up here and we'll get some dessert. My treat, okay? Yes, that sounds wonderful.
Aww. Well, like, I knew Max had problems with his parents, but I didn't know how far it went until that quote. Poor Max. Well, you guys are bonding over that.
What? You better not have said what I think you just said.
I was trying to get an early night, but Isabella's screaming snapped me awake. Last I remember, she was supposed to be hanging out with Chad tonight. I guess their date went pretty well. Maybe we all got lucky and Chad finally did something stupid enough to get kicked to the curb. A quick look at my clock shows it's pretty late. I wonder if I should see what's going on. Isabella's calmed down a little bit, so I can't really make out what they're saying from here.
Let's comfort Isabella. Platonically.
I'd love to pretend I think Isabella might need my help, but I know damn well and good she can take care of herself. Really, I just want to know what's going on. I sneak down the hallway quietly, noticing that Isabella's door is still open. I guess they hadn't gotten too far.
No, it's obvious you don't understand, you worthless sack of crap. Look, baby, you're the one who talks about being all bi and shit. I figured you'd want... No, what you figured is you could live out every stupid male's classic frickin' sex fantasy, and I just go along with it. What's the other thing I'm always telling you, when I'm done being all bi and shit? That that I'm monogamous! I'm not some party girl to bring to some damn frat house gangbang! Izzer, you know those don't exist. I don't care, you freaking Claude! Just get out! Get the hell out! Come on, look, maybe you weren't ready for it, and I'm sorry for that.
I don't think they can see me when I peek around the corner, but apparently Chaz sees the same expression I do. He shuts up almost mid-sentence. I don't think I've ever seen Isabella look so furious. When she does talk again, it's almost in whispers.
What part of get out was lost on you?
I pull back from the door just in time for Chad to come brushing past me.
Not one frickin' word, dweeb. Not one word.
Are you calling a dweeb?
As I hear the front door slam, I find myself unsure of what to do now. Whether I should go to Isabella or let her have her privacy.
It's okay, Max. I heard him talking to you. Just come in here.
Her voice is muffled and strained when she calls out to me. As I enter the room, I can see it's because she's face down in her pillow.
Close the door, would you?
I close the door behind me as I head over and sit on the bed near Isabella's feet.
So, how much did you hear?
Enough, I suppose. I woke up when you shrieked at him. Could have woken the dead, but, Isabella. Did he try to cheat on you?
No. No, that I was expecting. He's a football star. He can get as much play as he wants. I guess that's really the problem. He wanted to eat his cake and have it too. He told me he'd ask another woman to go out with us.
Isabella makes sarcastic air quotes around us. I'm guessing he didn't exactly ask her about her opinion first. Wow, that's some balls on that dude, that's for sure. Unbelievable.
Oh, please. Like the idea's not running through your head right now. Frickin' boys.
Well, sure, now that she said it. Not before, though. Not that I'll admit it to her either way. No, it really is unbelievable. It's... well, like you said, frickin' boys.
Look at you, pretending to be mature.
Pash on, Chad.
Hey, look, I don't want to seem creepy, but... look, do you need some company for a bit? That seemed pretty rough. I can go grab some snacks or something, just... you know, hang out.
It's not my first breakup. And it's certainly not my first breakup because some idiot misunderstood who I am. No, it's sweet of you to offer, but I'll be fine. You should get some sleep. Sorry that asshole woke you up.
I refrain from mentioning whose scream woke me, while I wave and head out of the room. Isabella's head sinks back on the pillow, and I hurry out before I can see something she doesn't want me to.
Aww.
I head back to my own room and try to get back to sleep. Hopefully Isabella will be okay.
I hope so. Poor Izza. Goodness grief, Butch, stop coming to the record store. I think your band is, like, can't have made that many albums. Do 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 do. Oh, at least somebody different. Oh, St. Paddy's Day again. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna drink some water before this event. I wonder what's gonna happen this time.
Everything's covered in green today. Heck, everything is. Except me, but that's okay. Don't get me wrong, I love St. Paddy's Day. If you're gonna make up a holiday for getting drunk is about as good as it gets. But you know the old rules. If you're not wearing green, you get a pinch. And nothing invites the ladies to get a little touchy-feely like an excuse to give a cute stud a pinch. I've already gotten a few cute co-eds eager to pinch the non-believer. At any rate, I'm sure the folks at Latin House are planning some kind of big blowout bash, regardless of Dominic's desires, of course. I've been in my room the last few hours, wondering if I want to try to sneak out before it gets started. I could probably find a party way hotter than what Dushnik will let us throw, but, nah, it's always better getting drunk with friends. I'm sure we can drink Dominic under a table, and then we can have some real fun. I spend the next hour or so going through my special hidden stash. Hopefully we've got some green food coloring or something. If I'm not heading out to the wild parties, I may as well make the party here as wild as possible. When I hear the knock on my door, I'm ready for whatever the night holds. Hey, Max. Isabella says she's got a whole slew of games for us tonight, so you should get your ass in gear before I drink all the good booze. Given how mopey Isabella's been since she broke up with Chad, I'm surprised she's this invested in St. Patrick's Day. Maybe she's just using the party as an excuse to get over her ex-boyfriend. I follow Rakesh down the stairs where I see that the crew has been busy. There are cards laid out, green beer, and some kind of green punch in a giant bowl. So, what's the proof on that punch, Isabella?
It'll put hair on your chest, then knock those hairs out and grow all new, stronger super hairs.
Sounds like my kind of drink. I reach up a hand and high-five Isabella while going to get a glass of punch. Just for good measure, I slip a bit of the concoction I was working on earlier in my room in there. I can see Anne eyeing me from across the room. I give her a wink and she just shakes her head. One sip later and I swear my vision went blurry for a second. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Where's Dominic? I'm surprised he let you get away with this. Isabella just grins and points over to the study nook. Sitting there tied at the wrists and ankles, wearing a blindfold and gag is Dominic. Hanging around his neck is a sign that simply says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." I can almost see his frown deepen as he hears me guffawing at his predicament. Ha 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 ha.
No, this is perfect, see? This way he has plausible deniability if anyone finds out about the party. Not his fault he was tied up. By desperados.
Everyone laughs at that. Well, everyone except Dominic.
Enough of this small talk. Tonight we test the luck of the Irish.
Wait, which one of us is Irish?
Quiet, you! First, pin the shamrock on the leprechaun.
The alcohol starts flowing early and freely, and I take all I can get. I don't know how we did it, but somehow between Isabella's punch and my own concoction, we've made some of the tastiest liquor I've ever had. Luckily, Isabella's games begin to take progressively less skill, and progressively more drinking. We play a bunch of different silly party games with drunken penalties. Isabella even got her hands on a snake-shaped piñata. When we finally managed to drunkenly beat it open, it was full of jello shots in little plastic cups. Turns out Rakesh had actually made it special. Finally, after a while, we're all sitting on the floor around the study nook. Dominic continued struggling to get out of his bindings as we started playing a simple game of truth or dare. Okay, I choose Sally.
Okay, dare.
Oh, you should... Let out the loudest belch you can.
What? That's gross, Rakesh.
Too bad, you have chosen to be daring. Sally takes a drink of the punch, weaving in place a little before taking a deep breath, and letting out the smallest burp any of us have heard. Everyone laughs as Sally turns bright red.
I can't just burp on command. Shut up. Whatever, it's my turn now, so shut up.
Sally turns toward me with a wicked look in her eyes.
Okay, Max, truth or dare?
Isn't this truth one different? I could have sworn last time I said, let's see, truth. And I was like, truth? Well, we'll try that again.
Come at me, sis. I'm too drunk to care what you ask.
All right. Oh, have you thought about kissing Rakesh?
Okay, that's different again.
Crap, I didn't think she'd hit on that one. Rakesh is trying to pretend like he's not intensely interested in the answer, but we're all too drunk for subtlety. I guess I shouldn't be coy either. Hell yes, I have. Take that. Sally and Isabella make teasing "ooh" sounds.
All right, nice one, Max. Your turn now.
Finally. Okay, I choose Isabella.
Guys are ridiculous.
We continue around the circle like that for another few hours. In the morning, I wake up in my own bed feeling like death is trying out a new drum solo behind my sinuses. I can only vaguely remember making my way back upstairs, but everything feels fuzzy. I head downstairs towards the kitchen for a bit of water, only to find everyone else standing at the bottom of the stairs. I go down to them and look in the same direction and my jaw hits the floor. Don't tell me. We never... Sitting in a chair in the study, silently fuming, Dominic awaits to be untied. Not it! Luckily, when it was all over, poor Rakesh lost the rock, paper, scissors contest. The rest of us were well on our way to Isabella's cafe for some morning coffee before Dominic finally got set free.
Them's the breaks. Smells like an A. Pff, F. Yes, that's why I need your help, Max. I cannot paint all these flowers by myself in one night.
I already told you I have plans for tonight, though, right? I'd have to skip out on Anne. You probably shouldn't be painting those flowers at all, you know. They're in a park, Rakesh. Isn't that illegal?
I am nearly positive that it would be viewed as a public service.
And that's why you're adorable. Unfortunately, I really do have to meet with Anne tonight. We have to put the last touches on our final essay soon. Oh. Rakesh puts on a small domino mask.
Well, I suppose it cannot be helped, then.
That boy's gonna get in some serious trouble. Still, I don't know if it's worth missing tonight's session with Anne.
As much as I don't want to skip out on her. Rakesh has been very patient with us. I guess we should do it.
Screw it. Anne is just gonna have to understand. There's no way I'm letting Rakesh just go out there on his own. I quickly fire off a text about canceling our meeting to Anne. He flashes me the biggest grin as I ask which paints we're supposed to be taking. I'm really not sure how he talked me into wearing a mask, but 4 hours later, every flower in the park is painted some virulent striped pattern. It's actually pretty cool looking. And hell, I'm always up for a little mayhem. Mostly I just enjoyed the excuse to be with Rakesh for a while. The next morning, the park was mentioned on the news. There was a lot of laughter, and I was mostly just glad the police weren't looking too hard into it. Luckily, the paint came off easily, and wasn't actually harmful to the plants.
Hooray. Sorry, Anne, don't hate me. Had to be with my boo, though. And... yeah, we're way prepared for spring break when we finally get there. And so we gotta work on our grades a bit. Energy's doing good. Money's great. Looking good all around.